about this award season and tonight.
Premiere for Zero Dark
Major
30.
film critics are raving about a new movie, Zero Dark 30.
Its California premiere
Tonight, the stars of Zero Dark 30 are out for the LA premiere.
It's getting a lot of Oscar buzz.
It was bound to be a blockbuster. Oscar-winning director Catherine Bigelow's story of the killing of Osama bin Laden.
Well, I think it's one of those great mysteries of our time. I think it's one of the great stories of our time. And, you know, these stories come along maybe once, twice a millennium. So it's a pretty compelling story.
Behind the scenes, the details of the story were secretly provided to the filmmakers by the Central Intelligence Agency.
The CIA's business is seduction, basically. And to seduce Hollywood producers, I mean, they're easy marks compared to some of the people that the CIA has to go after.
According to internal CIA documents, the movie's producers were given exclusive access to the CIA version of history.
It makes sense to get behind the winning horse. Mark and Catherine's movie is going to be the first and the biggest. It's got the most money behind it and 2 Oscar winners on board.
A lot of other people who covered the beat, like I did in that search for bin Laden, you know, we didn't get close to that kind of cooperation from the agency on telling the inside story.
Inside the theater, a raw portrayal of the brutal interrogations the CIA said were crucial to the success of the raid.
This is a dog collar.
The message was, you need to torture people in order to get the information that will lead you to your main target.
When you lie to me, I hurt you. Where was the last time you saw bin Laden? Where was the last time you saw bin Laden, huh?
The movie left the American people with the impression that torture worked, and that without it, we would never have been able to trace the trail back to Abbottabad and to find bin Laden.
Give me the information I need.
You and I are going to talk about some of the guys in the training camp.
I walked out of Zero Dark 30, candidly. We were having a showing, and I got into it about 15, 20 minutes and left. I couldn't handle it because it's so false.
California Senator Dianne Feinstein was the powerful chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee. For years, Feinstein and other Democrats have told a different version of the story, one at odds with the CIA.
It's a form of propaganda so that the general public believes this is what happened when in fact the facts don't prove that to be the case.
The senators had access to something no one else did. In a secret CIA location, Senate staffers had been authorized to examine a trove of highly classified documents.
Dianne Feinstein set the committee on this path to do this massive investigation. I mean, that was her objective, to evaluate that question. Were these methods that important? Did torture work?
For years, Senate investigators had been digging into one of the CIA's most secret programs to find the answer.
They've given up 6 years of their lives in many respects to comb through all that material, 6 million documents, millions and millions of footnotes.
The 6 million pages of internal CIA documents tell the history of what happened.
They're about the program. They're about all of the prisoners that had been in CIA custody. They are about the cables back and forth between headquarters and the field. They are internal memos about what was gleaned from the interrogation session. It's basically the CIA's own internal raw history of its program.
Caught up between the Senate and the CIA.
Once the report was written, a bitter political fight broke out over making it public.
Battle over making public a Senate report on the CIA's interrogation.
By December of 2014, Feinstein prevailed. The report was at the printers.
Reporters from Democrats on the Senate Intelligence
Report detailing harsh interrogation
Now,
techniques from
both histories can be examined.
while in CIA custody.
The Senate document
The coerced interrogation worked.
versus the CIA's insiders.
Headline is CIA interrogations work.
What the CIA did
So it was good programming. It was a legal program. It was not torture.
and whether it was necessary.
The CIA has lied to its overseers, destroyed and tried to hold back evidence.
Secrets, politics, and torture.